Do your knees crack when you stand up? Does that morning stiffness in your hands seem to take longer to go away? Well, what I'm going to tell you now is something your doctor may never have mentioned, and it could completely transform the way your joints feel in the coming days. Hello, I'm Dr. Ana Laura. For the past 15 years, I've dedicated my career to helping thousands of older adults regain mobility without resorting to harsh medications or expensive treatments. And today, I want to share with you the same simple protocol that changed the life of my 73-year-old patient, Barbara. She could barely open a jar of jam, and now she plays tennis with her grandchildren as if she'd gone back in time. But before I explain how she did it, I need to ask you something. Have you noticed your legs getting heavier lately? Do your knees fall asleep after a few minutes of sitting? Or perhaps your hands wake up numb, as if they've fallen asleep with you. Some days, getting up from the couch feels like a climb. If you've identified with this, know that you're not alone. About 87% of people over 60 experience exactly the same thing. And here comes the part no one tells you. It's not just age that's weighing on you, it's drop in collagen production. And it happens much faster than most people imagine. After 60, the body produces about 75% less collagen than at 30. That's right, 3/4 less. That's why your joints feel like rusty gears, your muscles lose firmness, and that tingling sensation appears in your hands and feet. Collagen is like the natural shock absorber between bones, the thing that keeps tendons elastic and movements smooth. Without it, every step reminds you that something is out of place. Most doctors will just prescribe painkillers and tell you to take it easy. Some even suggest the problem is psychological. But what if I told you that the real solution? It's not in the pharmacy, and yes, in the supermarket. Today I'm going to reveal 4 specific fruits, studied by renowned universities like Johns Hopkins and the Mayo Clinic, that can naturally stimulate your body to rebuild collagen, relieve joint pain, reduce leg swelling, and even eliminate tingling in your fingers. And best of all, results can start to appear in just 7 days. These fruits aren't Amazonian rarities, nor do they require a prescription. They cost less than your morning coffee and are within everyone's reach. But before I tell you what they are, an important warning. If you really want to stay active, strong, and pain-free after 60, stick with me until the end. What I'm about to share could mean the difference between climbing stairs with effort or taking them 2 at a time with energy and confidence. Let's start backwards, with the 4th fruit on the list, and work our way up until we reach the most powerful of all, the one that almost no one your age is taking advantage of. Number 4, the pineapple. It's a true natural filter against inflammation. Let's face it, joint pain can turn the body into a prison. That twinge in your knee after standing for just a few minutes, the stiffness in your hips that makes getting out of bed feel like a marathon, or the swollen ankles that make your shoes feel tight in the middle of the afternoon. There's an explanation for all of this, and pineapple can be the first step toward alleviating these symptoms. Chronic inflammation is like a silent saboteur within the body. It blocks your cell's natural ability to rebuild collagen. Imagine trying to renovate a house while a fire is still consuming the roof. Before you can fix it, you have to put out the fire. And that's where the pineapple, but not just because it's delicious. This fruit contains a powerful enzyme called bromelain, which acts like a microscopic cleanup crew, breaking down inflammatory proteins and helping the body eliminate them. Think of it as a natural anti-inflammatory, only without causing stomach pain or overburdening the kidneys. A study from the University of Maryland showed impressive results. People with osteoarthritis in their knees who ate fresh pineapple every day had a reduction in 41% in joint pain, almost half. Another study found that bromelain may be as effective as some prescription medications for inflammation. But here's the detail that almost no one mentions. Not just any pineapple will work. Pineapple in syrup, the kind you get in a can, is practically useless. The preservation process destroys the bromelain, and the added sugar only increases inflammation. The secret is in the fresh, ripe, and juicy pineapple, the kind that runs down your chin when you bite into it. And there's one more important trick. Consume it, between meals, and not with them. Bromelain works best on an empty stomach, when it can circulate freely and do its work. One of my patients, Harold, a 71-year-old retired mechanic, is proof of this. He'd always been passionate about classic cars, but his swollen knees prevented him from kneeling down to work on his 1967 Mustang. I suggested he eat 2 thick slices of fresh pineapple every morning, about a half hour before breakfast. 3 weeks later, I received a message from him with a photo of himself underneath the car and the caption, "Back to my seat, doctor. Golden tip. Don't throw away the pineapple core. This is where most of the bromelain is concentrated. Blend the pulp with a little coconut water and a squeeze of lemon. Your joints will thank you. Now, let's go to the number 3 on the list. Papaya, the true rehydration engine of your cartilage. You know that sand-crunching sound in your knees when you walk up the stairs? That's your cartilage asking for help. Healthy cartilage is made of about 80% water, which makes it flexible and smooth, like a damp sponge between your bones. But over time, this sponge dries out, becomes rough and brittle, and that's when friction begins, literally. This is where the papaya enters the scene as your secret ally. Many people think it only helps improve digestion, but that's only part of the story. Papaya contains papain, an enzyme capable of breaking down proteins into small amino acids, the same building blocks the body uses to make new collagen. And it doesn't stop there. Each serving of papaya offers more vitamin C than a whole orange, about 88 a direct stimulus for your cells to resume collagen production. It's as if the papaya is telling your body, hey, time to rebuild. In a clinical study at the University of California, UCLA, older adults with stiff knees ate papaya every day. In just 2 weeks, reported a significant improvement in flexibility and a visible reduction in pain, not in months, but in 14 days. The secret of papaya is at the right point of ripeness. Its flesh should be a deep orange, soft enough to yield under the touch of your thumb. Never green, never hard. It is at this stage that papain is at its peak potency. A squeeze of fresh lemon on top further boosts the vitamin C content and makes all the difference. The best time to enjoy it is in the morning, when the body is still in repair mode, ready to regenerate. I remember the Susan, a 68-year-old retired teacher who came to me because she could barely lift her arm to write on the board. I suggested she add a cup of ripe papaya to her breakfast every day. A month later, she returned with a smile on her face and paint on her fingers. She was teaching art classes again at the community center. She told me, "Doctor, it's like my joints have been lubricated for the first time in years." Now let's go to the number 2 from the list, the guava, the collagen shield that almost everyone ignores. Whenever I mention guava to my patients, the reaction is almost always the same. That little tropical fruit? Yes, exactly. And it's much more powerful than it seems. A single guava contains 4 times more vitamin C than an orange. 4 times. This means that eating 1 guava already provides us twice the recommended daily amount of vitamin C, essential for activating the natural production of collagen. But the true power of guava goes beyond that. It not only helps the body create new collagen, as well as protects the collagen you already have. Think about it. Every day, your body's collagen is attacked by inflammation, stress, and natural aging, like metal being corroded by rust. That's where 2 powerful antioxidants found in guava come in, lycopene and quercetin. Together they form an invisible shield, preserving collagen structure and keeping joints and skin firm and flexible. A study of the National Institute on Aging followed adults over 65 who started including guava in their daily diet. In just 6 weeks, the results were clear: a reduction of 34% in inflammatory markers and a noticeable improvement in joint flexibility. And an unexpected bonus: their skin also became more elastic and luminous. The same collagen that helps your knees move also keeps your face looking younger. I will never forget the Linda, 65, who loved gardening, but had to give it up because her knees swelled every time she knelt to plant. 6 weeks after incorporating fresh guava into her morning routine, she sent me a photo surrounded by young rose bushes and wrote, "It's not just my knees, doctor. It's like my whole body has rejuvenated. The tip is simple. Eat the guava raw, with skin and seeds. It is in the shell that most of the protective compounds are hidden, and the seeds, in addition to being edible, contain omega-3, which fights inflammation. Avoid processed juices and dried guava snacks. They're basically sugar with a fruit flavor." And finally, we come to the number 1 from the list, the kiwi, the little fruit that transformed my practice and the lives of hundreds of patients. It may seem like a simple, somewhat shy fruit on the supermarket shelf, but the kiwi is actually a true collagen reactor. A single medium kiwi contains about 85 mAd of vitamin C, more than the recommended daily amount. But what makes it truly special goes far beyond that. The kiwi is a small powerhouse disguised as a fruit. Inside it is a unique enzyme called actinidina, something that no other fruit has. And it is precisely this that makes all the difference. This enzyme helps the body to break down and absorb proteins much more efficiently, transforming every piece of chicken, every spoonful of yogurt, and every handful of nuts into ready-made building blocks for collagen formation. Think of it this way. You could consume all the protein in the world, but without actinidin, it would be like delivering tons of construction materials to a construction site, without workers to assemble them. Kiwi, in this case, provides the workers. And what really convinced me was a study carried out in New Zealand. Adults over 60 who ate only 2 kiwis a day reported incredible changes within days. Less morning stiffness, more flexible joints, and most surprisingly, a significant improvement in leg circulation. That uncomfortable tingling sensation disappeared, and the feeling of heaviness vanished, as if the body had suddenly turned the lights back on. I remember the Margaret, 67 years old. Every morning she woke up with ankles so stiff that she had to lean against the wall to get to the bathroom. Her legs tingled so much that she was afraid to go for her daily walks. I recommended that she add 2 slices of kiwi to her bowl of oatmeal every morning. A week later, she called me, excited. "Doctor, I had to call you. Today I got out of bed and went straight to the kitchen. No support, no dragging my feet. I just walked. I haven't done that in 3 years. And there is a detail that almost no one comments on. Eat the kiwi with the skin. I know, it sounds weird, but it's true. That fuzzy little shell contains 3 times more antioxidants and fiber than the pulp. Just wash it well and bite into it like an apple. If the hairs bother you, rub the kiwi with a paper towel before eating. Your joints will thank you." The 7-day protocol to rebuild collagen. Now you must be wondering, this is all great, but how do I start? Let me show you one simple protocol, which you can start tomorrow morning. Energizing morning, fasting. 2 fresh kiwis with skin. 1 cup of ripe papaya with a few drops of lemon. 1 glass of warm water with lemon to hydrate and activate the digestive system. Mid-morning, around 10 a.m. 2 thick slices of fresh pineapple. Include the core. This is where the bromelain, a natural anti-inflammatory, is concentrated. Afternoon, around 3 p.m. 1 whole guava, with skin and seeds, cut into slices like an apple. This way, you benefit from the omega-3s in the seeds and the antioxidants in the shell. You don't need to eat all 4 fruits every day. Start slowly. In first week, combine kiwi and pineapple. That second, add the papaya. It is third. Search for a guava for the routine. Listen to your body. Some of my patients notice the difference in 3 days, others in uptoten. But after 21 days, they all report the same thing. Less pain, more flexibility, and a feeling of lightness I haven't felt in years. 3 mistakes that can sabotage your results before you rush to the store. Watch out for these common mistakes. Mistake 1. Buying unripe fruit. Immature fruits have almost no active enzymes. Wait until the pineapple emits a sweet fragrance from the base. The papaya yields slightly to the touch. The guava is soft, and the kiwi has the texture of a ripe peach. Mistake 2. Choosing industrialized versions. Boxed juice, canned fruit, and dried snacks are full of sugar and lose much of their beneficial compounds during processing. Mistake 3. Eating fruit at the wrong time. Enzymes work better on an empty stomach. Try consuming them between meals or first thing in the morning to enhance the effects. If you follow this simple, natural protocol, within a few weeks you'll notice the difference. Less stiffness, more mobility, and an energy you might never have felt again. Sometimes the best cures don't come from expensive medicines, but from what nature provides, 1 bite at a time. Mistake number 2. Cooking or processing the fruit. Heat is the enemy of enzymes. As soon as they're exposed to high temperatures, they lose their potency. So, no grilled pineapple, papaya jelly, or whey protein shakes. These fruits should be consumed raw, fresh, and alive, the way nature offers them. Mistake number 3. Eating with heavy meals. The enzymes in these fruits work best when they have space to act. If the stomach is full of heavy food, they simply can't do their job properly. So, consume these fruits between meals or first thing in the morning on a light stomach to ensure maximum absorption of nutrients and real activation of collagen production. The science that almost nobody tells about. Here's something fascinating, and one that few doctors mention. When vitamin C present in these fruits combines with the amino acids from your daily diet, the body produces 2 substances called hydroxylysine and hydroxyproline. They are responsible for forming the type 2 collagen, the same one that covers and protects your joints. Researchers from Harvard Medical School found that people with adequate levels of vitamin C had 30% less cartilage loss than those with disabilities. And the most important detail, these benefits didn't come from capsules or supplements. They came from natural foods, rich in enzymes, minerals, and antioxidants that work together like a perfect symphony within the body. That's what makes these 4 fruits unique. They don't just deliver vitamin C, but a whole set of bioactive compounds that complement each other, enhancing each other's effects, something that no pill can replicate. Real people, real results. Want to see what this means in practice? The Robert, 72, was passionate about golf, but arthritis left his grip too weak to hold a club. 6 weeks after starting the protocol, he played his best match in 5 years. A Maria, 69, gave up dance lessons because her hips hurt too much. 2 months later, she returned to the dance floor, salsa dancing with a smile on her face. And the James, 75, was about to schedule knee replacement surgery. But, to the orthopedist's surprise, new tests showed increased joint space. Result: the surgery was canceled. None of this is a miracle. It's just the body getting the right tools to do what it was designed to do: repair, strengthen, and return to living in movement. Your 21-day challenge. Now it's your turn. I want you to commit to this protocol for only 21 days, 3 weeks, less than a month. Before we begin, write down how your joints are today. Rate your pain on a scale of 1 to 10. Note where you feel stiffness, swelling, or weakness. Tomorrow morning, start the challenge. Start the day with 2 fresh kiwis, preferably with skin. In the mid-morning, add 2 thick slices of pineapple. The following week, bring the papaya with lemon. And in the third, add the guava. Keep your receipt as a reminder of your investment in yourself. And then, after 21 days, reevaluate. I bet you'll feel like Barbara, my 73-year-old patient, who told me at her last appointment, "Doctor, I don't just feel better. I feel younger. My knees don't hurt when I stand up anymore. I feel alive again." 2 choices. In the end, it all comes down to choice. You can accept pain, stiffness, and loss of mobility as an inevitable part of aging. You may continue taking painkillers that only mask the problem while your body continues to wear down. You can let stairs become mountains and opening a jar become a battle. Or you can choose a different path, simple, natural, and accessible. 4 fruits, less than the price of a cup of coffee, and the chance to rediscover the lightness, strength, and joy of moving without pain. Your joints haven't given up on you. They are just waiting for the right nutrients to come back to life. Your cartilage is ready to be reconstructed. Your body already knows exactly what to do. It just needs the right raw materials to begin the process. Then, act today. If everything you've heard here has opened your eyes to a new way to care for your joints, here's what I want you to do now. First, click the button enrollment and activate the notification bell. Every week, I publish new videos with discoveries and truths that many doctors simply don't share. Information that can transform the way you age. Second, share this video with someone you love, someone who may be experiencing the same pain, stiffness, or limitations as you. Sometimes, a simple gesture can completely change someone's life. And third, leave a comment below, telling me your age and which of these 4 fruits you will try at first. I read each comment carefully, and whenever I can, I respond personally. And remember, it's not broken. You not too old. You is not wearing out. You are rebuilding itself. This journey of recovery begins with your next meal. So tell me, which of these 4 fruits will appear at your breakfast tomorrow? I am the Dr. Ana Laura, and I'll wait for you in the next video, where I'll reveal 3 common breakfast foods that are secretly destroying your joints. I bet you eat at least one of these every day, and you have no idea the impact it has on your body. Until then, stay strong, stay active, and never forget, your best years are yet to come.